Hello everybody, this is a little bit of a different video. I'm in the sort of town area in Haunted Household in Luna Lane. This is actually called Room 10. It doesn't even have a specific special name, it's just called Room 10. This isn't going to be much of an actual devlog. This is going to be a video actually that kind of makes me sad to tell you that Luna Lane is kind of at a crossroads right now. And I don't blame it on anything, but if I were to blame it on something, it would be me being a beginner game developer. I've had some chats with people on Discord over a few months. I believe that I've gone about a lot of stuff in my game wrong, and that is coming to bite me now because it takes so long to develop things because my code is terrible. I can't even read it. I didn't write myself any notes in my code, so I can't go back and read it to see how things work. And so adding and changing things is a really big, confusing mess. And one of the biggest and worst things in the game is this, the menus. The menus are done in a terrible way, and you can tell how terrible they are because if I do this, I'm actually clicking on that when the menu isn't even up. The reason why a lot of this is wrong was because of my level design. So now that I've cheated, I have high jump, and you can see that I changed the layout of this because I think this looks cool with this big bay window, but now I cannot actually jump over there unless I do a really precise jump, and I don't like that because first of all, I have to make these little bridge table gaps in order to jump up a certain height, and I also have to make things extremely cramped. Ignore some of these background graphical errors. It's my new tile set that I'm working on. So a lot of the issues come with how my character works and how he's designed. Some stuff like the text system, I think the text system is pretty cool. I personally like it. It's pretty easy to use in cutscenes, and I reworked the cutscene system recently. That all works good and well, but there's some issues that I really need to get past. So the conversation that I keep having is it worth it to continue working in this state of the game where it's so difficult, where it took me like a month just to add the pickup system and work through things like redoing the Luna Pond store and fixing stuff like these menus and whatnot? Is it worth it to keep working in this sort of state of having to go through my code and get confused and have to make all these different checks and all these different variables that shouldn't be there? It shouldn't be necessary to have these things. The game should be able to work and flow while you play the game as well as in the code itself. And one of the biggest issues that you can see that something is wrong with my game is that this is a fairly simple game, but the load time is really long, and that's because there are tons of things that I'm updating every frame. I was a beginner, so I didn't know that. You can update stuff at different intervals in order to make the game run faster. And going back to my movement, the layouts that I'm forced to make, I'm not allowed to be very creative with the rooms that I make. They have to be in a certain pattern in order for me to make them work with the character, because one, they have to work with the character without this upgrade, and two, they have to work with the character with the upgrade. So it's very difficult to make open-ended rooms that are fun to walk through. The rooms, they don't flow how I want them to. The design of them isn't how I want them to be. The game feel isn't how I want it to be. I don't really like how the character controls. I don't like the gravity. I really don't like it, and it's not what my original vision was. This isn't really something that you can see in game, me saying that a lot of this stuff is terrible, but in my code, it's just a hassle to be able to do things. So the big question is, do I spend the time trying to manually rework this stuff, or do I start over? Now, when I mean start over, I mean start over from scratch, but I can always take older code and try and rework it while I work from scratch. And I want to show you a few reasons why I want to do this. I normally want to show you guys stuff like this, but this is my HUD menu. This is everything that's on the HUD. Do you notice an issue? The issue is that if I wanted to edit something behind these things or move something behind these things, it's impossible for me to see it, and it's impossible for me to disable any of this stuff. There's so many of these checks to make sure certain things are up and certain things are down when I go into menu and when I change something, and that's not how it should work. This menu has the pause menu too behind that. There's a pause menu underneath all of this, and it is a nightmare to try and do anything UI related. And the reason why this stuff isn't on different layers is because each of these rooms has a certain amount of layers over here on the right. And every room in the game is based off of one beginning room that I made early on that only had these layers. So if I wanted to add a new layer for a new menu, I'd have to go through every individual room to add that layer. So do I start over and make my rooms with the proper amount of layers and less rooms and fix the level design? Or do I go back through my already created rooms, redraw them, add the layers, and fix it that way? So here I am. I'm in a different project, you can tell, as it's really placeholdery and really gross. But this is what I want to do to try to fix Luna Lane. First of all, I don't ever want to give up on Luna Lane. Luna Lane is my dream to make this game. But I want to make sure that if I make this game, I make it correct, and I make it amazing, and I make it to how I see it in my head. So what I want to do is I want to isolate each portion of the game in their own separate test games. So this is a test of a better movement system. The character walks, it's got a little bit of acceleration, and you can see that he is very floaty. Some people don't really like characters that are this floaty, but I think in my game, this will work perfectly with the character. I can also make him a little less floaty, but this down here is sort of an example of what normal Luna Lane level design is like. I have to make these little, jumps that are a certain amount of tiles high in order for the character to jump over it. Like in the game, actually, you're supposed to be able to jump over 2 of those, and then I can't jump over that. And that was fine, but I really didn't like being constricted to making these really condensed areas. So what I did with this was I added a wall slide. So my character slides on the wall, and I can walk off of it, or I can jump up the wall, or I can, do some wall jumps in between like this. I could have this be an ability that you get in the game. Sorry, I'm bad at wall jumping in games, so if you think that it's broken, it's not. I'm just really bad at wall jumping. And it works, and it's really, really nice. I really actually kind of love it, and it works so much nicer, and it works so well. You can also see that I got a little bit of a nice little camera there. And this is an example of what I could potentially do if I start the project over and make these tiny little chunks of the game, and then make a new project and form them all together into the actual game. I'd like to also say thank you guys for 500 subscribers. I'm going to talk about that more in depth in the next devlog of Jelly Farmer, I believe. But what do you guys think about this video? What do you think I should do? Do you think I should restart over and do stuff like this? Or do you think I should just try to push through and work through Luna Lane as it is now? I know if I restart, you guys will still be with the project, and you guys will still love the game, and you'll still support me. But I just want to know your guys' opinions. That's all for this video. I'll see you guys later. This is just a short little random thing. Thank you guys for watching.